I feel like back to school gadgets and like reorganizing, that was my era. That was what I love to do. Get a new notebook, sharpen the pencils. Actually, you know what? I have been very good at honing in on what's actually good for back to school. So maybe I'll make a little Amazon store and I'll just put everything back to school in it. Obviously, we're gonna start in the kitchen. I'm gonna start with a thing that's probably gonna take longer to bake. And it seems pretty simple, but I wanna see how big these are and how easy they are to like pack in a lunch. And it's this pan. Now it looks like a plain ordinary pan, but I feel like there's a lot of uses for this. You could do savory, so little mini meatloaves or little egg quiche, not quiches, cooked eggs, kind of like an omelet but baked, I don't know. And then of course, obviously the sweets, you could do brownies, you could do muffins, which is what we're gonna do today. Because I'm genuinely curious, because I mean, it's very similar to a cupcake pan, but the fact that it's square and like a little bit lower, I feel like it'll fit better in a lunchbox. So let's try it out. And technically this one I am cheating a bit because we're using muffin mix. I went all out for the next recipe, but I couldn't do two. We're gonna make muffins a little bit. Reheat the oven, bake. You know when you're just trying to find the opening without it completely breaking apart? Can see you in there. Let me at it. Okay, 675. Oh no, milliliters. What do you mean milliliters? And naturally, of course, it's measured in grams. But no, milliliters on the back here. Cool, awesome, love that for everyone. Try that again. Christopher, is there an easy way to convert milliliters to grams? As in, Quaker has told me I need X milliliters of muffin mix and then tells me that there are 900 grams in the container.
2 3/4 cups. I would convert it from 2 3/4 cups because that's
half of the package. Like, well, it's not.
Because this is 900 grams.
Yeah.
Half the package, so that's
okay.
450 grams, right?
Yeah,
half the package is 900.
Listen, Christopher, this is a back to school video. You don't have to show off to everyone. This was a test. This was like a real life school thing. You passed.
I did lie though, because you asked if there was a quick way to convert milliliters to grams. I thought you meant water. In which case, yes. Not muffin mix, no.
This does feel like one of those math problems though.
Yeah. A train leaves Cleveland.
Not Cleveland!
All trains leave Cleveland.
Always and forever. Okay, we got it. Now we need 175 milliliters of water and 1 egg. Guess I don't need to measure things right now. Beautiful. And this is non-stick, but I don't trust it. Nothing against the pan, I've had too many of these fail. And then we fill. First mistake. Ah, it's doing so well. Oh no. And then I filled too much in some of these. We have to move some stuff around. And technically this recipe makes 12 and clearly I have fewer than that. But I'm not gonna be too fussy about it because it's fine. It's fine. Whoever fills it to be exactly 12 muffins anyway. No, just me. Now we're gonna stick this in a 400-degree oven for like 18 to 20 minutes. Okay, while those are baking, we're gonna go on to a recipe that to me, this feels very Pinterest mom. Like she's making things from scratch and doing a fantastic job. And that is making some homemade animal crackers. Have I ever done this? No. Am I kind of curious? Yeah, the recipe looked delicious. I saw these cute little mold things where you like cut it out and you stamp into it. That's adorable. So of course, we need Franny for this. Starting by creaming together 9 tablespoons of softened butter. Oh, you guys can't even see. There we go. 1/4 cup of sugar and 2 tablespoons of honey. We will cream this together. That looks delicious. Then we're adding in 1 egg. 1 teaspoon of vanilla, and we mix. Then we're adding in 2 cups of flour, a teaspoon of baking powder, and a teaspoon of cinnamon. We may have to get in here and start kneading this. Okay, rings need to come off. The texture of this is fantastic. Trying to come up with other words than phenomenal. Like, look at that. Look how beautiful that is. Oh my goodness, it's just so pretty. Okay, so now I'm gonna flatten it out a bit. I'm gonna stick it in the fridge just so it's easier to roll out. And while that is chilling in the fridge and this is cooking, I'm gonna take you to earlier when I tested a whole bunch of like school supplies. Why, hello from, I guess, the setup of my other channel. In case you didn't know, I have another channel. It's like makeup and clothing, skincare, that kind of stuff. And this is where I film it. But I thought this would be kind of the best setup for testing the next products. And naturally I'm filming this right before a thunderstorm hits. So the first one is called Dust Catch, and this is supposed to be an eraser that doesn't have any of those like, little bits that come away when you're erasing stuff. So I figured we could test it against this beat up, I didn't even realize it says moo on it. Beat up eraser. Anyone else? All their pencils in their house look like this? None of them have any erasers left. So I'm just gonna, for the sake of the video, you know? So regular erasing. You can see all the stuff that comes out. Let's see if this one is not as much. Huh, you can see a little bit is coming away here, but it's sticking to the eraser. I'm not sure I understand this. Okay, there we go. Oh, is it just that it comes away in like one big strand? I don't understand. I guess, you know what it is? It's that it has just one big strand versus all these little bits. So you can pick it up and put it away. That's my guess. So you don't have all this stuff to deal with and move away. You just have one bit. Yeah. Ta-da! Look at that. No dust. Okay, I like it. That makes sense to me. This is pretty cool, honestly. The next one is a pencil case, and this one I believe won a bunch of awards in like Japanese stationery in terms of its shape. And I really liked the shape of this, so I'm curious how much I can fit in here. So this is the shape of it, which is cool, but that's not the coolest part, because then when you unzip it, you can have it. Wait, hold on, I'm gonna get this wrong. You tell that I am not the most, what am I? Oh yeah. Sorry, just couldn't figure it out. It sits open like this, like a triangle. And then that way, when you have all of your school supplies and everything, they're all like sitting right there for you, which is great. So you're not like rummaging through, you know? So I figured, let's load it up with some stuff. What can we fit in here? You know? And then this kind of stuff can go down here, apparently. Oh yeah, that fits, okay. I want to throw in things like scissors, you know, like just a weird shape thing. Cause that like hang on. Okay, it does fit in there, that's good. Those are just like little like school scissors, you know? Depends on how much stuff you need to put in here. Like it's not gonna hold a ton, especially if you need to throw in things that are like a weird shape like scissors. That would be my only watch out. And then will it just go? I'm not understanding. So then the pencils can't go in there. It has to be like scissors. Pencils have to go here. And then you will close. Okay, and then you will close. But even then you have to like finagle around the scissors. Okay, maybe this isn't the best idea. I was really jazzed about this because I thought that would be a great solution, but having to close it and wrap it around, no. No one wants to do that. That will just be annoying. Now I do like it if you're just gonna leave it open for the most part and just keep it like this. This makes sense to me in terms of the design. As long as you're not taking it with you to a ton of different locations and stuff like that, this makes sense conceptually. But like the size, oh, it's magnetic. I didn't even realize it's magnetic. Oh, that's fantastic. However, the size is not, it's not it. Like, because then you're trying to shove it around that, and then it's not the easiest shape to kind of like hold whilst also zipping closed, you know? Like it's cool, and maybe there's like a better size of these things that exist and I just didn't see them. Love the idea though. I'm excited about these. Finger highlight. That just sounds awesome. Connor is learning to read. I know. In my brain, he's still also a newborn, but so are Julian and Luke. But he is learning to read, and I think that this would be a cool way to help him to focus on each of the sounds and each of the pieces of the word, but also thinking outside the box. But hear me out, could this also be a fun way to study and stay focused? Right? I mean, it may be a little bit difficult because it is made for 3-year-olds. Maybe you can't do this if you're studying. I'm sorry. I tried. Maybe if you put it like this on your finger. Then we could do it. Then we got it. Okay, we got it. Okay. So I got a bunch of Connor's books so we could focus on the words. Okay, everyone, let's practice our reading together. I was trying to get books with different sized letters because obviously with this one, their job is to call, like that's all in the thing, which, you know, isn't as ideal because you want to do a little bit at a time. Let's try this guy. We love a little critter. Going to the sea part. Rawr! Shark-week. There we go. Oh, it's still too big. It's too wide. There are big fish. Big fish. Fish. Period. Scene. Like to me, this is the I'm learning to read size font, right? So to me, this needs to be like this big, you know? Because all the words that they're learning to read are small anyway. So like, why is this so wide? Why is it wide? I feel like this would be unhelpful. I like it as a concept, but in practice, not as much. But maybe you have bigger sized fonts than that and you're teaching your children to read, or you're teaching kids at school to read. Maybe this would be a good tool for teachers for like the one-on-one time. I don't know. I say that as if you guys have so much one-on-one time with all of your students. Like in a classroom of kindergartners where there's just 1,000 of them at all times doing a million things. Okay, I have to close the books now. I'm sorry, we didn't even get to learn about how a truck works. But it's okay because I have everyone's favorite stationery tool, highlighters. And these ones, again, Japanese stationery. They just have some cool stuff. These ones are cool. These ones won an award, I believe, because not only are they highlighters, but they have a guard on the sides of them. So everything will be a straight line. Like, I don't know for sure, but that's what we're here for. Let's write out a list of the things we've tested. Okay. Is that ASMR? I don't know. Ta-da! It's not even on the screen. There you go. Okay, let's try erasing, highlighting. Whoa. Very pink. I don't know if it helped me be straight though. Hang on, maybe green will be more straight. How is this any different than a regular highlighter is my question. Okay, so I have a highlighter. Let's highlight again. Okay. I'm genuinely, as you can see, I'm trying to figure out what the difference is. Why did they have the guards there? Why did they say they want the guards? Okay, I looked it up. The reason they're saying this is that the guards just help, especially if you're highlighting in a textbook, to stay on a nice even line because you're using the guards as sort of a balancing point for the highlighter. It also is supposed to help to minimize the ink pooling at the end, which it for sure does. You can see the difference there. And then it also has a little one on the end there. Fun. You know what? I kind of get that, especially when you're highlighting in like a textbook or any sort of book kind of thing. Having the guard there is actually kind of nice. It does give you something to rest on without it being on the highlighter. Plus it's kind of nice that they have like the matching colors so you can just like make a note. You know? These are kind of cool. I kind of like them. Okay, let's look at all the colors just, you know, just so you have that information. That's the yellow. Very neon. I kind of wish they were a little bit more pastel because this looks more pastel than this does. Then orange. Like I'm sure they have other colors and I just didn't see any, but these are just very classic highlighter shades. Are they the best highlighters I've ever used? No, but like the guard, that's cool. That's very clever. I can see value in that. All right, now back to the kitchen. All right, you're back. This is cold now. The muffins are cooling. Now we get to make little animals. We're gonna do half of the dough at a time. Now this guy, I have to take off my rings again. Ugh. Hands are clean, and now we are taking this and we are going to roll it out. I don't know why I squish it up. The whole point, Rachel, the whole point was that it was going to be easier to roll out. This is not working. Not working for me. Hang on. We want it about 1/4 inch thick. Okay, I think that's good. Now we gotta bring in the animals. Obviously I have to do a giraffe. Where's the giraffe? Oh no, it is a giraffe for sure. There he is. Okay, make that the first one. Guess you should probably flour this. Okay, so we squish it down. And then we put this guy on top to make an indent. Oh my gosh, so cute. Let's do a zebra. The only thing is that I have to know, it's like a puzzle. I have to figure out where it goes. There you go. Found him. Oh no, it's stuck, it's stuck. Is it okay? It's okay. Put him down there. What happens if I just pick random ones and then try and find their shape? I think that's an elephant. I have no idea what this is. Maybe a hippo. I don't know what that is. It's gonna be a surprise though. Wow, I'm really struggling. I know this is a giraffe. Yay! What is this shape? I honestly have no idea. Thought I'd be better at this. Apparently I'm not. One of them for sure is a monkey. This one, nope, none of those. Okay, monkey. Are you any of these? Found him. Honestly, these shapes work very well. I mean, we'll see how they hold once you like put them in the oven. Oh, this one is a. Wasn't expecting that shape. It's like a lion, a tiger on its side. It's like a tiger lying on its side. See? That one's weird. I don't like it. Hey, what are you? Nope, did that one. Nope, did that one. I was right, it is an elephant. Yeah! What is this guy? What are you? I was right, it is a hippo. Yes. Oh my goodness, those are so adorable. Okay, I'm gonna get these on a tray and in the oven, 350 for like 12 minutes or so. Then we need to taste test, but I am curious if these are gonna hold their shape, so stay tuned. Okay, animal crackers are cooling. Now we go on to these little things. These are like little sauce containers. I thought these would be really cool either for taking to work or taking to school, and you can fill them with salad dressings or ketchup or whatever sauces, and it just makes it a little bit more fun, and then it's not soaking or making your sandwich soggy or whatever. Or salad, I guess, in the case of salad dressing. I wish you could customize the labels a little bit, because I would just end up putting tape and like whatever the dressing is or whatever. But since I don't have that, we're gonna do salad dressing in one because it's a little bit more liquidy, and then ketchup in the other. Because I wanna know how easy this is to just fill. Whoa. Okay, easy and very speedy. Too much, too much. Okay, lid is on, secure. I'm just gonna wipe out the outside and we're gonna see if it's actually leak proof. Okay, let's test. Okay, looks good. Secure. Moving on to ketchup. Obviously the lid color, it must be red. I don't make the rules. No leaking from either. Now let's see what they look like when you open them. How fast do they come out? Like they are small. You can see it's about the size of my thumb. But I think that's all you would need for taking to school or something. Oh right. I opened the wrong thing. Yeah, that's great. I like that. Next one. Okay, it's a little bit more runny, but like that is also the nature of the dressing. I think these work really well. They're small, they're portable, they're easy to use. You can wash them out. They comes with like a little brush and everything, so you don't have to worry about that. I'm sure you can make your own labels if you wanted. They're cute. They worked out really well. I like these. Now I get to show you the muffins. Ta-da! So here's what I really like about it. I like that it is more compact. Like it didn't really dome that much, which I think is good for fitting into like a lunch box. I think it's just a better, easier, more portable way of doing things. So I really like that. It was for the most part easy to get them out, except for this guy. This guy did not do well. I also overcooked them a little bit. I realized as I was putting them in that maybe 18 minutes wasn't the best. So I put them in for 16 minutes, I think. And I'm glad I did because they would have been rock solid if I had left them in for longer. Honestly, I think this is great. If you're gonna be make ahead breakfasts or little things to pack in lunches or for yourself for lunches, I think that this pan works out really well. I like the size of these. I think this is awesome. So before I bring the animal crackers over, I need to tell you about a product that I have been using in the background. And it is basically a note taker. It's called Plaude. And basically it's a device that you can kind of coordinate with your phone, and it's going to help with note taking. It's going to summarize any lectures that you're going to. It's going to record everything for you. It's just going to make the process of being in the classroom and trying to keep up with all your notes a lot easier. It's a good safety net to me. So I've been having it record just the last little bit of this and I'm just genuinely curious what it came up with. So what I'm trying to figure out now is how do I get it to here, you know? Okay, apparently it automatically transfers, but I feel like it's taking too long. So I'm going to do it manually. Okay, I can't figure this out, hang on. Okay, it eventually just brought the footage over, so that's good. So I figured we could look together and see what it generates. Okay, it's gonna take a few minutes to populate it. Okay, that's fair. So I guess while we wait, I can show you the animal crackers. Oh my gosh, they're so cute. Those are adorable. We could have put them in for a little bit less time. We put them in for 12 minutes, but they could have been in for 10 for sure. I'm gonna try one of the burned ones. I mean, it's a little too done, but again, that's kind of on me. The shapes worked out really well. Okay, we have a summary. Summarizes a product testing and review session focusing on kitchen and lunchbox items such as animal crackers, sauce containers, a muffin pan, and a digital note-taking device. Covers user experience, practical feedback, and identifying issues. Consolidated action. Interesting. Muffins were baked in a compact pan, resulting in a better fit with lunchboxes. Honestly, it's crushing it so far. The muffins were slightly overcooked. User adjusted the bake time, and instead of 18 minutes to avoid making them too hard, noting they would have been rock solid if left longer. I like that it didn't know its own name though. It's spelled Plaude, P-L-O-D. Incredible. And then it goes through the open issues, the risks, the action items, like super interesting. This is doing a good job. You know what I want to do? I don't know why or anyone would do this. What happens if you take a song and then you have it try, like listen to it and try and summarize it? I don't know what's gonna happen. So I'm gonna try that. I'm very curious, hang on. Okay, I'm watching the video, I just realized I didn't update you. So I put it next to my phone and I played Don't Stop Believin' by Journey. Iconic song. Because I felt like there's a story, there's a journey. And so I felt like it could come up with some interesting notes. Do you know what it gave me? This. And that had me convinced that maybe it just didn't record it or something. I didn't know. But no, it was recording. It has the full 4 minutes of it and it was like, I have nothing to say. Maybe that's just a lesson for us all. You can't summarize Don't Stop Believin'. It is what it is, and listen, I applaud for that. Tell me in the comments which of these animals is your favorite. Lo and I are debating, and she thinks the hippo's the cutest, and I need to go for the giraffe. The giraffe is like, that's the iconic one.
You're only saying that because hippo's already taken.
Hippo's really cute though. Let me know. And check out these videos on the side in case you have missed any. Make sure you subscribe. New videos here every single Saturday. I hope you're having an absolutely fantastic day, and I will see you guys all in the next one.